November 4th, 2010, baseball lost one of its true heroes, and that was Sparky Anderson. He was born February 22nd, 1934, and Sparky really was an inspirational go-getter, a type of guy that showed leadership and heart and passion throughout his whole life. He lived a really, truly charmed life. He only played 1 year of Major League Baseball. He wasn't that great of a player, but he was a leader, and he knew the game unlike anybody else that really ever managed it. Jack Kent Cooke gave Sparky his first shot as a professional manager, as a minor league manager, and he eventually very quickly turned that into becoming the manager of the Cincinnati Reds in 1970. And in that first year, he led the Big Red Machine to the World Series, where they lost to the Baltimore Orioles. But they continued to be a force in the National League West. They went to the World Series again in 1972, and then they won it in 75 and 76. And the 1975 World Series is considered possibly the greatest World Series ever played. That's when they beat the Boston Red Sox in 7 games. It was one heck of a series. Then Sparky went on and managed the Detroit Tigers, where he won the World Series in 1984, and everybody remembers that team because they started out 35-5, which is a record that will never be broken in Major League Baseball. 35-5, folks, in baseball? So his 1984 World Series title with the Tigers made him the first manager to ever win the World Series in both leagues. That's pretty impressive. And Sparky was also known as a little bit of an innovator. They called him Captain Hook when he was in Cincinnati because of him always pulling out starters early. And back then, back in the 70s, starters were forced to go a long way. That was back when people used to lead the league in complete games with like 25, unlike today where if you pitch 5 or 6, you lead the league in complete games. So it was awfully new at the time to have a manager pulling starters and then having matchup situations with the bullpen. And then also he did a lot of platooning, unlike most other managers. He always had that lefty-righty thing going on. So Sparky was always innovative and always looking for the matchups and always trying to find the right person to go against the right pitcher, or the right hitter to go against the right pitcher. Always an innovator. And the one thing Sparky Anderson always was, he was always a class act. Never got in trouble off the field, always doing the right thing. And quite honestly, he was just a sweet guy overall. Sparky Anderson, you lived a charmed life, you live a great life. We at Chi-Town Mix wish all the best to your family. You'll always be remembered.